Wasteland Weaponistics, episode 33 and 1/3. This is a short continuation of episode 33, which was all about the Walter PPK. This one is talking about a semi-unique variant that uses parts of the Walter PPK but functions entirely differently. That is the Acid Soaker, a weapon that has only appeared in Fallout 4's DLC Nuka World. The reason I didn't put this weapon in the last episode is because of how differently the Acid Soaker and Walter PPK are. So I felt the Acid Soaker deserves its own kind of mini episode rather than just being tacked on to the end of the last one. What is the Acid Soaker? Well, it's one of the few acid-based weapons that exist in the Fallout universe. The Acid Soaker is what looks to be a repurposed Walter PPK that has been turned into a type of acid-spitting squirt gun. Now, most of the Walter PPK parts are irrelevant, as the pistol slide isn't functional on this weapon. The barrel and firing pin have been removed from the Walter PPK as well, and what looks to be a shortened combat rifle barrel has been welded or maybe bolted to the front of the pistol. This is why I didn't include it in the Walter PPK episode, as the Walter PPK parts have no real function other than being a shell for the acid delivery mechanism. So let's get into the working bits of the Acid Soaker. The acid is contained in a small glass vial on the side of the weapon. It is inserted face down into the holding mechanism. When fired, the acid does not come out with much force, nor does it come out in a constant stream, but instead it squirts each time the trigger is squeezed. And I want to give kudos to the animator of this weapon, because the glass reservoir of acid is actually animated. As you fire the weapon, the acid in the vial visually goes down. For how the weapon is powered, I don't know. We do see exposed wires on the weapon, but there does not seem to be any source of power, at least not on the outside of the weapon. It could be powered by some type of internal battery. Also, on the left side, there is a large black pump handle looking device. This could be how pressure is added to the weapon, much like how a Super Soaker works. The acid this weapon fires is not very strong and yet very strong at the same time. While this weapon does not do very much damage on its own, it becomes a lot stronger when paired with another weapon. You see, you're first supposed to fire the Acid Soaker on a target. This lowers the target's damage resistance, and then you shoot them with another weapon. This will usually cause the target to melt, much like a plasma-based weapon. So, being exposed to high foot-pounds of energy causes the acid to suddenly go extremely volatile, it seems. That could be why the weapon doesn't fire the acid out with much force at all, so it doesn't accidentally activate the acid while in the gun and melt your own gun. How you acquire the Acid Soaker makes me question its origin. To acquire the Acid Soaker, you must get it from the Nuka Arcade in the Nuka-Cola theme park, Nuka World. It is a level 5 reward costing over 6,000 tickets. The level 5 rewards are mostly all weapons. A man named Fritz is the caretaker of the Nuka Arcade. He keeps the place up and running. His skill in keeping the arcade in working order has prevented the raiders from enslaving him. So, does Fritz make the Acid Soakers? Because there is multiple. You can acquire multiple Acid Soakers. The Acid Soaker is not a one-of-a-kind unique weapon. It's somewhat mass-produced. He mentions that working on the arcade machines isn't that much different than working on guns or armor. He's very knowledgeable about mechanical objects, so it is possible he is the designer of the Acid Soaker. Or did the Nuka-Cola company make the Acid Soaker as a squirt gun originally and he filled it with acid? I don't really know. There is no real lore about the Acid Soaker, it's just kind of there as a prize to win in the Nuka Arcade. Whatever the lore is, we'll probably never know, as the Acid Soaker is a very forgettable weapon. It seems even Bethesda forgot about it during development, as most of the perks in the game do not actually work with the Acid Soaker. That will be all for this short mini tack-on episode. Subscribe to this channel for more Fallout weapon lore, and there is also my main channel, Trooper Fofo. Right now I am still doing the walkthrough of the entire Brotherhood DLC for Fallout 76. That is both Steel Dawn and Steel Rain as one long campaign. Alright, I'll see everybody later. Bye.